Cajetan, your mic, everything's okay, no? We want to check? Just a minute.
I think it should be fine. And
Yeah,
just to do a mic check, just make sure that you make me a co-host before I start so that I can
Sure, sure.
control the environment.
Sure, sure. I'll make you co-host. I'll make Priscilla also co-host. Okay, so I think it is time we can start. Just a minute. Let me have some introduction, then we'll start. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my dear Gavaliers and my dear Gavaliers and Toastmasters, wherever you are joining from around the world. A warm welcome to GYGC education session. My name is Sri Kumar Pai, Assistant Professor and the Global Chairman of GYGC Global Youth Gavel Clubs. GYGC Global Youth Gavel Clubs is an international consortium of Gavel Club councils joined to support the Gavel Clubs. In addition to organizing World Championship for Gaveliers, we also organize various education sessions and contests. Every month, we organize Every month, we invite experts from diverse fields to share their knowledge with us through this educational program, providing invaluable insights and skills that empower our members. Today, we are thrilled to explore an exciting and innovative topic, Yoodli, an AI-based software that enhances public speaking skills. Yoodli uses artificial intelligence to help individuals gain confidence and polish their speaking skills by offering feedback and personalized tips. This session promises to be highly engaging and beneficial for all of us who are passionate about improving our communication skills. Thank you for being here, and let us dive into today's learning journey. Our facilitator for today's educational session is none other than the distinguished Toastmaster Cajetan Baretoo. DTM Cajetan Baretoo is a certified trainer, public speaker, and deeply passionate Toastmaster who has dedicated himself to helping others grow in their communication and leadership journeys. Professionally, he served as group manager in the project management office at Al Sayer Holding, leading organizing based in Kuwait. In his spare time, Kajetan dedicated himself to training and mentoring. He regularly conducts online workshops for Toastmaster clubs worldwide and creates educational content on his YouTube channel for Toastmasters, which has become a valuable resource for many in our community. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming the scintillating distinguished Toastmaster, Cajetan Baretoo. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman. And hello, everyone. Welcome to this workshop. This is the first time I'm seeing an audience that ranges from, I don't know, quite a good age to 7 years, which means I need to make sure that my message somehow reaches all of you all in one way or the other. Primarily, I have prepared myself to talk to Gavaliers, and I assume somewhere in the range of 13 to 18. That's my target audience, but I see there are a couple of you all even younger than that. Maybe it's a little too early for you all to talk about artificial intelligence. Have some fun first, maybe, and then start investing in artificial intelligence and all of those things that are happening around us. But if you love it, well and good. Before I start, let me first of all make sure how many Toastmasters are there. Forget about the Gavaliers, but how many Toastmasters are there? Can you just raise your hand? I know my wife is a Toastmaster, but other than that, I just wanted to know if there are any other Toastmasters in the room. So y'all are none of y'all are in Toastmaster. Okay, there is Anilvis, and I thought I saw. Okay, 3, 4. Yeah. So couple of y'all are already Toastmasters. Yeah, quite a number. Now, Cavaliers, how many of y'all have parents who are Toastmasters? Any Cavaliers have parents who are Toastmasters? All right, David's parents are Toastmasters. That's good. And anybody else? Okay.
You can use your chat box or just raise your hand.
And I see my friend Girija here. Welcome. Karthik Kapti's parents also must be Toastmasters because he raised a hand. Thank you for that. And most importantly, thank you for keeping a video on because it helps me to uh, at least keep a pulse on my audience. Are you all falling asleep? So then I can change the subject, or are you all finding whatever I'm saying interesting? Today, the topic is what everyone is talking about: artificial intelligence and how it can help us do a lot of things faster, efficiently, and more importantly, sometimes doing all the small mundane tasks that used to take us a lot of time so we can focus on doing that are more enriching. How many of you all, especially the Gavaliers, have used ChatGPT to do your homework? Raise your hands. Have you all used ChatGPT? Nasir. Okay, so people have already become familiar of artificial intelligence and how it can help us do our homework. Whether your teacher told you not to use ChatGPT, that's a different question. But the fact is that you all know how to ask questions and get the right answers. So ChatGPT is a classic example of artificial intelligence. It's on, even as you see, youngsters, they already know what it is. And because a lot of it is available free, you don't really have to worry. Even as a student, you can go and make use of ChatGPT and other AI tools. Now there is another tool called Cloud, which is somewhat similar to ChatGPT and also answers similar questions. Some of them it answers better than ChatGPT. Sometimes ChatGPT is better than Cloud. But also, I wanted you all to sort of maybe in the chat tell me, or even if you can unmute yourself, if you know what is the definition of generative AI or machine learning. Anybody in the audience knows what is machine learning or generative AI, even though it looks like a little bit on, advanced. Anybody? What is machine learning? Adayan, you have raised your hands. Do you have something to say?
Yeah. So it's basically like a program basically which has been like used to learn and adapt without any explicit like instructions. There's like two types of it, like supervised and unsupervised. Unsupervised is mainly without instructions, but supervised is by training it using a database or any source of information.
Perfect. So machine learning is where you give a lot of data and you basically don't tell the machine what to do, but the machine learns on its own. And the more data that you give, the faster it learns and the better it becomes. So that is what machine learning is all about. I'm sure for most of the youth now, it will become part of your curriculum. Somewhere in the 7th, 8th standard, you will start learning about machine learning, you'll start learning about artificial intelligence, at least the concepts. And then as you'll graduate and go out in the world, you will find the world is going to change very, very fast. So today, what am I talking about? Today, I'm talking about one of those type of programs that has been trained with machine learning to become an artificial intelligence tool for helping us become better public speakers. How can the machine do that? How can a machine tell us how to speak better? Now, you all are Gaveliers. You all go to your club either online. Some of you must be meeting online. Some of you must be meeting in person. But then you all are told, okay, next meeting, please come prepared with a speech. And that speech will be evaluated by another Gavelier. So when you start preparing your speech, maybe you will use ChatGPT, but that's a different topic. You will use a ChatGPT, you will put your own thoughts, you will create a story, and then you will need to practice it before you go to your club meeting and give that speech. You need to practice it. Who are you going to practice it with? Maybe with your parents, but they are busy. They go to work. They have their own priorities. You may feel embarrassed to practice with your friends because then they may laugh at you. So you need to practice. So if you just practice in front of the mirror is not going to tell you whether you are speaking well or not. This is where Yoodli comes in, or tools, artificial intelligence tools like that. You speak and it will tell you, or it will give you feedback on areas of improvement, how you can speak better. Maybe you're speaking too fast, or maybe you're not speaking fast enough, or maybe the way you speak is not very clear. You are using maybe too many likes. Oh, I like, like this. And so this machine learning or this artificial intelligence will tell, stop using this crutch word, stop using like, so, and you keep practicing it so that when you go to the club, everyone will say, wow, this guy is good. Sounds interesting, David? Okay. So this is what Yoodli is about. Let me show it to you how it works, and then you can start using it. If you are a Toastmaster, or if your parent is a Toastmaster, it's much simpler. That's why I asked that question, is your parent a Toastmaster or are you a Toastmaster? Because Yoodli and Toastmasters have a partnership, which means it comes free as part of your Toastmaster membership. So if your parent is a Toastmaster, you can ask your parent to give you access to their account to practice your Yoodli for free. If not, then you have an option to practice, but only for a certain amount of time, because the other version, which is not Toastmaster version, has recently become a kind of a subscription based, where you need to pay some amount. But later on in your life, maybe when you want to go for an interview, when you want to deliver an important speech, that time maybe you can go to the other version of Yoodli and then maybe pay a small amount and then practice for that. Okay, let's get back to the Yoodli itself so that you will see what it looks like. Okay. So I was telling you that there are two versions of Yoodli. One is called the Toastmaster version of Yoodli, which I will be using most of the time in today's session. And there is also another one called Yoodli. And this is the one where you might have to pay some amount after a certain time. You can try it for free for a couple of months, but then at some point you may have to pay. But you all are Gaveliers, you're not going to do that. So you will use it up to the point that it is free, and then you will stop. But you will learn about artificial intelligence and how it is helping us become better public speakers. But let me first start with this Toastmaster version. And to do that, let me do one thing. I am going to switch off my video so I can show you my video here. Right, so you can see me on the Yoodli platform itself rather than in Zoom. Why is it frozen? Just give me a second. I'm unable to. Okay. I hope it works. Seems to be. One of the reason I'm facing this problem is because cameras are kind of a problem whenever you try to use it in two places. Because I'm already using it in Zoom, it is having a difficulty in showing me the video here. I can do one thing.
That's why it's a red kind of slip written under your camera. Oh, it looks like your camera is currently being used by another app.
1 minute. Okay. Now it should be fine. Priscilla, can you confirm you can hear me loud and clear? I can see you smiling there.
Yes, yes, we
Yes,
can
I
hear you.
can hear you
Okay,
loud
so
and
this
clear, but
is what we call Yoodli, and this is when you go to Yoodli, any one of the versions, you will see something like this, where you on the left hand side you can see that you can prepare a presentation, you can prepare a table topic. Because you're like Gaveliers, you already know what is a table topic. Table topic is something you try speaking for 1 to 2 minutes. Presentation is, you can think of it as a speech that you give in your Gaveliers club. And in the home, we can see a lot of tutorials, and then in your My Yoodlis, you can see all the speeches that you practiced in the past. How I'm going to demonstrate it is, let's say I'm going to give a speech for the next club meeting, and I come to this option, practice a presentation. All you have to do is, on your laptop, come here, click start, and start practicing your speech. Think of it as speaking in front of a mirror, but it's a mirror that talks back to you. So let me speak for 1 minute on any topic. Since we are talking about AI, I will talk about AI only today. So I will click on start. 3, 2. Hello, my young friends. Today, I'm going to talk about artificial intelligence and machine learning and how these tools are helping us become better public speakers. The tool that I'm talking about is Yoodli. Yoodli is a platform based on generative artificial intelligence that learns from the data that is given to it. And how it helps us to improve our public speaking? It analyzes the speech that we deliver. It looks at how well we are speaking in terms of our grammar, in terms of our speed, in terms of our usage of crutch words, and it compiles it and it gives us a summary so that we can improve in our next speech. I will click on stop and say save and view analytics. I have to wait for a few seconds for the machine to crunch everything that I have said for those 45 seconds. And the first thing you will notice, what the artificial intelligence has done is it has transcribed. You know what transcription means? To take audio, the sound, and convert it into words. If you see here on the left hand side, it has automatically transcribed and it has done a pretty good job. It has even highlighted that even in 45 seconds, I did use once the word a. You can see it in blue. So what would happen when you practice like this, and when you see this machine understanding what you said and converting it into words, you will come to know whether your words were spoken clearly, whether used crutch words, and so forth. On the right hand side, you can see that if I click here, that I used a repetition twice, Yoodli and Yoodli. And you can notice that it has highlighted for me here and here. That means I said the word 2 times. I use repetition. What about the R counter? You all have in Gavelias an R counter, right? Yoodli is like an artificial intelligence R counter. It counts all the R's that were spoken. In my case, I used only 1 time. So it caught that immediately. So next time, maybe in your next Cavalier meeting, use Yoodli as a R counter. If you are having difficulty finding a role player to fill up the R counter role, then let us look at the delivery. Now, delivery is very important. If I speak too fast, you will find it difficult to understand what I am saying. But if I speak too slow, maybe you'll fall asleep. So this is where you should be somewhere in this range, which I spoke, 139, 140, 130, 140 words per minute. And you can see that as a graph. So it is between 170 to 120. If you speak within that range, it means people will have no problem listening to you. So I started a bit slow, then I went a little fast. You can watch it in real time as a graph. And the thing that I like the most, let me switch on my camera now. In Zoom, where do I switch it on? Okay, camera. All right, so now you can see me in Zoom, not on Yoodli. The good thing about it is you get the feedback, it tells you what you have done well, it tells you where you can improve. You can even ask Yoodli to rephrase your paragraph. So in this case, I said these words, right? I said Yoodli is a platform based on generative artificial and all of these things. I can ask artificial intelligence or Yoodli, could I have done this better? Could I have rephrased this paragraph in a better way? Let me click on this magic button and say rephrase concisely. And what it does is, it says you could have rephrased it like this. You could have said, Yoodli is an AI-driven platform that learns from the data it's fed and helps us enhance our public speaking. It analyzes our speech for grammar, speed, crutch words, and more, then provides a summary so we can improve for next time. I'll click stop now. Right? How cool is that? That in real time, you get your grammar corrected, you get all the words replaced with better sounding words. Whether you want to use this version or you want to stick to your original version, that is up to you. But the fun part is, once you record your speech, think of it like YouTube or Facebook. You can directly share with your friends, with your counselors or your mentors, so that they can look at this speech and they can give you feedback. Right? So instead of having a Teams meeting to practice, you can practice first. You can make sure that you have looked at all the feedback, and then you can say, hey, let me share it. Now I'm going to share it with Priscilla, who is prepared to give me feedback on the speech that I just gave. So I will type her email address. and it will automatically create an email message for me. And I can change it, I can add my own words, and then click on the share button. When I click share, Priscilla will get a email message saying that I am requesting for feedback. And whatever feedback she is going to give me now, I will see it here as she types it. So it's real time. I don't have to call her, I don't have to message her. The email will go to her, and then she can just listen to the whole speech. She can provide feedback. So we will wait for a few seconds for Priscilla to check my speech.
You need to give me access.
Okay. Can you try now? And you can also, by the way, maybe share your screen and show us how you are giving the feedback.
So the person who is giving the feedback also should have the Yoodli, you mean? He also should have Yoodli to
No,
give the feedback?
Yoodli is not something that you have. It's just a website, right? As long as you log into the website with the same email ID that I gave there, I said I shared with priscillabaretoo@gmail.com. She can just log in with her email ID and then start giving feedback. So you can see now, by the way, Priscilla, if we can share with audio so they can actually hear the audio also. So share sound. Okay, so she has managed to open the same Yoodli on her computer, and you can guide us, Priscilla, as you're giving the feedback. You're on mute, I think.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, you chose to speak on the topic that you are giving the workshop on. So that was very well done, because we already got to know through that through your speech about the topic. Secondly, what I notice is that 1 hour was something that I did not pay attention to. So good enough, it has been highlighted here in Yoodli. For me, as a speaker, I would have loved to see some amount of exaggeration.
So can you
And
highlight where you would have liked and put that comment there so I would be able to see it?
okay.
So you can click on the play button and listen to the speech as I'm speaking.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, my young friends. Today, I'm going to talk about artificial intelligence and machine learning and how click on these tools are helping. And at that point, you can now, yes, you can mention that here I liked how you, whatever, yeah. Okay, and you can us become better public speakers. The tool that I'm talking about is Yoodli. Yoodli is a platform based on generative artificial intelligence that learns from the data that is given to it. And how it helps us to improve our public speaking? It analyzes the speech that we deliver. It looks at how well we are speaking in terms of grammar. Okay, in terms of
that should be
speed,
enough.
in terms of usage of crutch word. So thank you so much, Priscilla, for sharing your feedback. You can stop sharing. Now let me share my screen. So as you can see on my screen, whatever Priscilla has given me feedback is immediately available to me. And more importantly, it's not just like any feedback, it is a very specific feedback. When I see here that she has put a comment, this is where you can draw the attention of the audience with vocal variety. I can click on it because it says it is at this point, 38 seconds. So I can click on it.
Fulfill him, though. You don't know that. You don't.
In terms of grammar, in terms of speed. So I can go to that exact point where she is pointing out that this is where I could draw the attention of the audience with vocal variety. I can listen to that and then make sure in my next practice round, I take that feedback and improve my speech. Okay, I see that we have like reached 4:43. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this time
Excuse
to...
me, Kajetan, does it gives you about the comments about your body language, vocal variety, or hand gestures, or something like that? Does it gives you any comments about that?
So because Yoodli is designed only for online, okay, as of now, it cannot do everything that a human can do in terms of understanding vocal variety, in terms of understanding, for example, a body language. It only as of now focuses on one thing, whether our eye contact is good. And in online, eye contact is all about looking at the camera, right? So right now I'm looking into the camera. I'm not looking in the Zoom window. So that's why it will say, oh, if you look at the camera, it's good because the audience thinks you are looking at them. But if I was to look at you, Sri Kumar, you're actually here, so I can see you in the corner of my lap on my computer window. But if I am talking to you like this, actually you will see that I'm not engaging with eye contact because I am looking at you, but the camera is over there. So it will catch such type of things for online, but not as far as emotions are concerned, as far as vocal variety is concerned. This is where my mentor Priscilla has mentioned, use vocal variety there, right? So this is the combination of machines and humans helping us to become better public speakers. I will also use this time to, because artificial intelligence and this is all where a lot of questions come, right? So I would like to use this time to make it more interactive. Now I saw somebody raising their hand. I think it was Zarun. Do you have a question?
Sir, how much can this improve in the future? How much can this website improve?
There are two parts to your question. How much can it help you improve today, and how much it will help you improve tomorrow, okay, or day after tomorrow? Let me tell you, even today, if you use it well, it will help you to at least deliver a very good speech. But tomorrow, what's going to happen? Definitely what our chairman Sri Kumar said, it will keep on giving us more and more feedback, which is currently not possible because it's very complicated. Like understanding our vocal variety. When I say some words, for example, which are very emotional, do I use that emotional voice? Maybe it will start pointing out that when you're saying something very something that is supposed to make me excited, then I should use that kind of vocal variety. It doesn't do it right now, but what it does right now is in fact a lot, and it can help you a lot as far as public speaking, at least in your Gavel club, at least as far as giving some kind of let's say presentations in your class, and later on as you start reaching your graduation, you start going for interviews, you need to have that confidence to speak without sounding nervous, without using crutch words. That is what will help you be ahead of others. So I hope I answered that question for you, Zarun.
You did. Thank you very
All
much.
right. Who else has questions for me? David, Abdul Moiz, Ritisha, Sirat.
Just a note. I think the question was asked if when you said when you want to give feedback, the question was asked, does the other person need to have a Google account or logged into Google?
It is not necessarily a Google account, any email address. They just need an email ID. All of us have email address, right? Either it would be Google, it could be Yahoo. As long as you have that address and you log into Google with that email ID, you will be able to provide the feedback. That's it. You don't need to buy anything or use anything. I'll address Noel's question last, which is the pricing part, because I want to focus more on how it can anything or not. I have still 10 minutes.
Yeah, sure. No problem. Before proceeding, can we take a group photograph? Everyone can switch on your camera for a few minutes, please. Let us take a group photograph. Everyone, please switch on your camera. Everyone, please switch on your camera. Ready? Okay. Please, for a few minutes, just switch on your camera. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, please proceed.
Okay, since we have 10 minutes, I want to do a small fun exercise because most of your club meetings, Gavel club meetings are online, right? Am I right or wrong? Or you all meet in person? David, how do you all meet?
Both are there. I heard that. I am also running a Gavel club. Mine is online, but I heard that there are many in-person meeting clubs too.
All right. So if you are meeting online, there is a fun thing that you can do with the Yoodli. Let me share my screen. So if I click on here under home and I scroll down, there is something called Yoodli for video calls. And the way it works is, you know, in Zoom, we have this option called participants, and there is a small arrow there in Zoom, okay? And if you see, you have this invite link. This is actually the Zoom link for this meeting. If you copy this link and then you paste it here in Yoodli, I hope it works. Sometime it works, sometime it doesn't work.
Attempting to join your call.
Yes, I think it is connected to our meeting that is going on. And you can see now what's going to happen is in our participant list, if you see here, you will see one participant called Yoodli somewhere. Yeah, this is the Yoodli. All of you will be able to see this. And what it is doing, it is now listening to whatever is going on in the meeting, which is interesting. How can we test it? Let me ask Madan a question. Madan, are you up for a small table topic? Or shall I ask it to let me ask, okay, let me ask a Gavalier because this is a Gavalier meeting. David, would you like to take up a topic?
Sure.
I'm putting, Sure?
Yeah.
All right. Your topic is, David, tell us a memorable moment of your life.
Okay. So once I was at a football practice in my town. We were playing a match, a small match with my teammates. I was running after the ball. I I ran so fast that I tripped over a rock, and then when I the next thing I remembered was when I woke up, my hand was broken. I went to the coach, and I went to coach. I went to the after that I went to the hospital. We had to do an overnight surgery. It was immediate surgery because if we had to wait for too long, it would could become infectious, and I had to uh, uh, cut off my arm. So so that was my most memorable moment of my life.
Good,
Really?
because your hand is still intact, and that is definitely a memorable moment. Now, what we are going to do is, let me share my screen. I'll keep you spotlighted so that you can listen to what Yoodli has to say about it. So you can see now it has recorded almost 2 minutes 40 seconds. I'll stop the recording. And I'll say I'm done. But imagine if you had done this for the whole 2 hours Gavelia meeting, you would be able to give feedback to everyone who spoke in that meeting. Let me go back to my Yoodlis here on the left. So this is the recording that has happened just now. It has even given a title, Global Youth Gavel Club, because based on the meeting name. Let me open it. So I can wait for the artificial intelligence to do the same thing. You see here, whatever David said, David Anson Matthew, it has identified your name and all. Oh, I can see a lot of blues, David. So you know what that means, right? There is an opportunity for you to improve your crutch words. But I can listen to it also, by the way. I can go through this. I can.
We can't hear. I think audio you'll have to switch on.
Pardon?
Sound. We can't hear.
Okay,
So
because I'm not sharing
put
the
the
sound.
sound
It's
on.
okay. But
Yeah.
the whole idea, David, is that your speech has been analyzed here by Yoodli. I'll give you more feedback. But let's say even our other people had spoken. So it would have given a feedback for everybody. You can see here on the right-hand side, Insight 4, and there is a drop down here for all speakers. So since it was just me and Madan had spoken very short period because I asked him up to speak, but you can see whoever spoke during this period, their names are highlighted. Not everybody, but only those who spoke during the 2 minutes. So if I select David Anson, then I can find out that he used some weak words that you need to improve upon. The word so has been used. You have used some repetitions, and there are some, not some, but a few crutch words that you need to improve upon. So good feedback for you from Yoodli to improve. Also, we can look at your delivery, by the way, and see that, yeah, you are speaking quite well. Maybe a little bit on the, to speed up a little bit. So you have got feedback now on your usage of crutch words, your speaking speed, and so forth. So if it was done for the whole meeting, if the Gavel meeting was done for, like Yoodli was used for the entire meeting, then everybody could be given their feedback. And you could share this with all the speakers so that they know this is what Yoodli is capable of doing. That was fun, right? Thank you, David, for your participation.
And can I ask something?
And so from
So
my
Madan
side,
is having a
unless there are
question.
other questions, I'm done. But Sri Kumar, it's up to you now. Over to
DTM
you.
Madan is having a question.
Okay, Madan.
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you very much. It was wonderful learning for me as well as with other people. You did mention from the Yoodli point of view, it still is not to the point where they can read your emotions or your feelings. And as I was seeing that David was doing, his eyes were moving around, not looking straight at the audience. That's no mention of it because you mentioned that it's still not at a stage where it can pick up your emotions or your judge your feelings by looking at your face.
Yes,
But
but
other than that,
my belief is it cannot do it right now, but for sure over time, maybe
it
it will
will.
be Yoodli, maybe it will be something else, but they will help us to reach that point in the future.
Yes, it will be. And I just picked up the same thing about saying hours about, I picked up about 5. I think it's usually pick about maybe
Oh yeah,
7.
it picked up every one of them.
Right,
Yes,
right.
that's the
So that's a very good tool. I was mentioned to me I should practice it, learn it, and now I'm going to learn it about that. Thank you very much for enlightening me.
okay. And the final question I need to answer was how much does it cost? Because if you're a Toastmaster, it is free because it is part of your Toastmaster profile. If you're not a Toastmaster, then you can go to the website called app.yoodli.ai. I'll post it in the chat. And it is free to try for, I think, 5 times. It used to be free when they first started. Everybody could practice it for as long as they want. But if you're not a Toastmaster, then your option is app.yoodli.ai, and you can practice and try 5 times to see how it can help you. Yeah, that was the reason, Noel, I asked, what about Gavelias? If your parents are Toastmasters, then you can use their account to practice. But if you're a Gavelier, then perhaps not.
Gavelias, do
So,
you have any questions? Any other?
Yeah,
Yes,
I have a
please.
question. Can I?
Yeah. Yes, sir,
Yeah.
please.
My question is, suppose we switch it on while a meeting is going on, will we get the entire report at the end of the meeting, or in between will it pop up and distract people?
no, it doesn't do any distraction. It doesn't do anything in the meeting. And if you record for a whole meeting, which is 2 hours, it will take at least 10 to 15 minutes before you can actually start the analysis. It cannot because for every 1 minute of audio, it requires a few seconds to process. So if it was just for 2 minutes, then you saw it came up within few seconds. But if it was 2 hours, it would take at least 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay. So after the meeting, we can send it to the participants also.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Thank you. That's it.
Abdul Moiz, you raised your hand.
Sir, I want to ask that how can we download the Yoodli app?
There is no Yoodli app. It's only on the website.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, they are thinking of making an app. It's a good question because we are so used to apps now. We don't want to go to a website or type www. It's just download the app. It is there with us. So maybe in your, you will get it soon. You are young. As of now, you have to go to the website. Thank you.
Anyone is having any more question? Have any other question?
Sir, can you tell Yoodli to tell me, can you improve this into a better voice and tell me how can I do this better? Can you ask Yoodli to do that?
Yes, as I said, there are some things it can do, which is mostly to tell you what you have done wrong in terms of speaking, in terms of your grammar, but it cannot tell you to speak louder or maybe lower because it hasn't as I said, artificial intelligence has reached a certain point. It is still not as smart as humans, but it is there somewhere. You can still make use of it.
So I can use it to fix my grammar and
Absolutely. Grammar,
stops.
your speaking style, the speed at which you speak, how clearly you speak, replacing it with good words, all of those things you can use it. I wish you all the best, Zerun.
I have a presentation in my thing. I have to do it. I
Yes,
did it last time.
it is specially
Right
useful
now.
for that, yes.
Okay, we will take one more question. If you have any question, please raise your hand. Abdul Muiz is raised his hand.
Sorry, it was a mistake. I already asked.
Okay.
Okay,
So we'll have
then,
one more question.
young people, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciated spending this 1 hour with you. I know I'm not as good with kids as my wife because I sometimes go to her Gavel's club when she is traveling and they say, no, we want our madam back. They straight away tell me they prefer my wife over me when it comes to their Gavel's meeting.
Okay, thank you, Disney Toastmaster Cajetan Baretoo, for this wonderful, informative system. I also am going to use the Yoodli and see how it can benefit my Gavel Club meeting and other things. Thank you. I have not started using in Yoodli. I know a little bit about Yoodli, but I'm not because many of the time I used to visit your website, Tech for Toastmasters, wonderful site. I used to take a lot of things from there. If I have any doubt related to Toastmaster or something like that, no, I go to your site and see. Because I really appreciate you explain everything in a very, very simple manner. So I request everyone, please go to YouTube and check Tech for Toastmasters. And definitely you'll get a lot of things are there. He has explained everything very, very simple words related to Toastmaster or public speaking or so many other things. Please try to make a visit. And you subscribe with stand on. A lot of information you get. Thank
Can I
you, Gajetan, for accepting
have
our
one
invitation, for
question?
being with us today and sharing your thought with these small kids. Thank you. So, shall we close the session now? Gavaliers?
Great.
Okay.
DTM Madan has a question. I think he's
Just
raised
a
his
quick
hand.
question to Chetanji. When you are a Toastmaster, you go to toastmasters.org and do it from there, or you just do it from anywhere?
Yes, let me show you from where if you're a
Please.
Toastmaster.
I have never used it.
In fact, many Toastmasters don't even know how it works because they have not gone. So if you're a Toastmaster and you log into your Toastmaster website,
So I have to use ID.
so here you can see you have your base camp, which is new, by the way. I just made a video about it today. But if you scroll down, you will find Club Central. This is for club officers. Then if you go down, you find all these meeting tools. And if you go right at the bottom, you find Yoodli. You click on Yoodli, and it will take you to exactly where we were all this time. So it signs you with your Toastmaster account. And because you are using Toastmaster account, it is completely free. So this is the speech that we just recorded. And this is the dashboard.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we can close the session. Thank you very much once again. And thanks to all the Gavaliers for joining. And thank you and goodbye. Good night.
Thank you so much, Sri Kumarji, for organizing also. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Nowadays, we don't find that much members from like the same thing. Maybe if we keep every month, this is the problem. So what we'll do is instead of keeping every month, we'll make it every 3 months. Because organizing such a thing is very difficult thing. And earlier we used to get 80, 90, even close 100 and something like that. Now, last time also we received about 30, 35 only. Today also, in fact, we tried, circulated everywhere, but the response is not like that. We are taking a lot of strain to organize, but the
Going
response is
on.
not that
So
much enough. Okay, thank you very much. See you. Bye.
thank you so much. Thank
I
you.
will
Thank you.
share the link. The session today is recorded. I will share the link. Thank you. Bye.